Okay, I'm doing it because just as I said, I couldn't stop coloring after being over with the Foxy Colors, Bubbles Studio, and Coloring View. Um, Once I started on this page in a book I haven't colored in at all before, I have to keep going. I can't stop yet. So I'm on to do that, and yeah. Oh, excuse me, just burped. Still burping up my dinner. I had fun over there with Foxy and the gang, and I kind of feel like I wanna um maybe block. Sorry, I can't say BLs very well. I want to block out the colors that I want to use in here. Maybe I feel like that might be where I'm gonna go, and I want to do that before I like move on to something else. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. And let's see. I think just in case anyone else wants to come in, 1 second. So okay. Did you hear me do all that typing? So I'm just gonna put in some music in color. That's all. I'm not really gonna talk. I don't think. What's the lounge music like? Let's see what that's like. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Kind of. I don't know. I lost my way with these freaking bells, and I just kind of put something in there. Um, I just worked on those just now. Still not really happy with them. A little happy with this one. But this one, like, I can still feel the residue on it, so I'm like, oh. But I need to like push past that, so that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Bubbles, I sent you the link in case you just wanted to come on and color. You know, no talking or nothing, just color, chill. We don't want you to talk. I wonder. I just noticed that. I put that there. How's that gonna be with there? Hmm. What are we doing? I think that's going to be purple. Even though I hate there being so much purple. I don't know. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, I want this, that. I feel like I'm going to pretend that this actually belongs to this and not to this. Because, like, who says it has to belong to that, right? So let's do that and I won't be able to back out of it. How about that? Kind of. I don't want too many whips lying around because I have enough already. So, um, kind of want to do as much in this as I can. And maybe turn a page for me as far as having finishing things quicker. I don't know if that's possible, but I think we're gonna see. We're gonna check it out and see. Can we do this? And where did I just put that? Okay. Annie Loves Crafts, if you're out there, I've been missing you, and I hope you're doing well. And finally got your channel name right. Okay, I was just praying about your situation with that, um, with your sketchbook, and thinking about it too. I don't know, but I'm praying about it because, like, I don't like that. This is rude. Um, but you'll get wisdom to know what to do about that situation. So we have committed to the Joker. Trying to push this kind of a little more to the green side. I tend to use a lot of turquoise because I guess I love that color. And a lot of pencil sets, their turquoises are really nice, no matter what the pencil set. And so I guess I'm kind of drawn to it. But I want to push it a little more to the green as much as I can. Hey, Miss Southern Belle. You were so funny last night. You're always funny. It's just like, I was just laughing the whole time I was in the chat, and it encourages me to cut up. That's why I be cutting up in your chat, because you make me laugh. And my goodness, what is her name? Nitrous? Her chickens. Oh my gosh, and those roosters. Gorgeous. Silky chickens. Or they're called silkies. Those things are beautiful. I have to save that video to my page because I don't think I did that last night, but those things are gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I keep thinking, it's like, I love animals, I really do. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, no, you can't, because you can't handle that responsibility right now. You got a lot of other things to do. But I love animals. I really do. Wouldn't mind having some of those chickens, but I know we also have foxes around here. So, and we still have that mink, which I have not seen yet because I'm not really outside that much. I'm not, I'm always inside at my desk working or something. But yeah, I don't think this is a safe place for chickens unless we're willing to put in the all the stuff to like protect them, and I don't think my husband's up to that task. So shoot, I'd have a cow if I could, but then I'd have to learn all the stuff for taking care of a cow. Bug chickens, they do look like that. And that little one that was having a problem getting along with others, I'm gonna have to call him Sid Vicious. Although I guess he's calmed down now, so she may not like that. They'll call her Chicken Sid Vicious. Or Sid, the punk rock chicken. Man, they're cool looking. They're like the Pekingese of chickens or something. Or what is it, Pomeranians or whatever? I like those long-haired Pomeranians because their hair looks so silky. So I'm going to try and get as much of this done as I can, but not, like, not with me feeling pressured. I don't want to do it in that way. I just want to see Because it seems like since I've gotten these other pencils or opened them up, and learned how, that kind of learned more of the properties of the Prismacolors, how to make them work for me. I seem to be coloring more like I would paint, and that seems to be doing something for me. Because I actually started working yesterday, I think it was, in Kirby's Alien World, and I actually started with the first page, which doesn't, in the past, I definitely would not have started with a page like that. It just has a bunch of, like, I don't know, rocks and asteroids, and I was feeling it. I just was going, and I don't know, no signs of stopping. And I really was approaching it in that way with, like, the way I was adding color. So I have definitely grown in the way I color. I noticed that, which is kind of cool. Also makes me want to make a video of the first things I colored, although I think I have shown a lot of them on my in my videos, to make a video that really does show that. Maybe so I can look back and see, like, how have I progressed. Make sure I don't overwork it. I probably could do my lines a little more precise, but kind of like, me. Hey, Carrie. Yeah. Yep, a lot of people. Somebody was coloring in this book, and that gave, I think it was you. Was it you? You were coloring in this, and it made me think, yeah, I have that book. Let me color in that for Mandala Monday. And what the heck why does that look like that? Oh my gosh. You know what I think that is? I think that's this cocoa butter that I made, that I whipped up for my hair. I don't know how they got on there. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do this for Mandala Monday, too. And I got an idea, but I'm not going to show it till tomorrow. Hey, Starlight. So let's see. I probably should sharpen this pencil. Let's stop farting around with it. Yeah, and you know what, Miss Southern Belle? I was listening to your video when you were talking about your sister retiring, and yeah, like, somehow, yeah, because, like, if it's like when and I think it is, because I think my sister would do the same thing as my husband did. Like, I swear, he was nothing but trouble when he first retired, and I'm still trying to adapt to him being retired. And I think he's been retired, like, I think it's almost like 7 years or something now, because he's older than me. The first thing he did, he rearranged, like, my plasticware, Tupperware kind of stuff, that cupboard. I'm like, why are you in there? Leave it alone. He, like, rearranged it, and he's not the one who uses it. Oh my gosh, I was just like, what the heck? But then the other thing he did, he broke my vacuum cleaner, which was nice that he was trying to vacuum, right? That was a good thing. But he broke the vacuum cleaner, and he also, while he was vacuuming, he ran over the cord for my laptop. So he also messed that up, and it was an old laptop, and it cost me money to, like, cost me a lot of money to order a new adapter for it. He, like, sucked it up into the vacuum cleaner somehow, and it's a thick cord. It's like, how do you do that? I don't know. He tore it up, both of them, and he kept doing things like that. And it's like, oh my gosh, go outside, go do something else, or like I thought we needed to have a conference, him and me, before he retired, on what he was going to do and what to do around the house and so on, and how else he was going to keep himself busy before he retired. And he doesn't like sitting still, and he doesn't like order. Yeah, that's kind of difficult. That's a constant struggle. So we never had that conversation because I was working at the time. Also, the time period that he chose to retire, I was working, so it was really hard to like sit down to do that, and especially with somebody who didn't want to sit down to do that. And yeah, so he just went through the house like a wrecking ball. It's like, do you understand that this house was running all the time while you were working? The house was running, and I was taking care of, like, yes, yes, it is. Ooh. And I was taking care of all the animals, the cats, 4 cats, a dog, and like kind of like 4 other half dogs that would run through the house. So it's like I managed the house with all of that going on. So like I can take care of the Tupperware and this and that and the other. I don't know. Somehow. So yeah, y'all need to sit down before she retires to say how is this going to work, and to like make an agreement on what you don't want her to change or touch or whatever. Just or to have conversations about it, because yeah, it's crazy. I spent like I spent 5 years kicking my husband out of the kitchen. He kept disrupting, like, because I had a system for how I would do things, and I was always basically preparing for dinner, or preparing dinner like the whole day. I just did it in steps. And he was always in the way in there. I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm just doing this. It's like, this isn't, it's like, not trying to be sexist or nothing, but this is not your space. Your space is the garage, the all the kind of maintenance kind of things in the house. Go do that. I don't know. It was just crazy, absolutely crazy, and I'm still trying to recover from that. And then there was COVID in the middle of that, so then that got crazy too. But with that totally turned things upside down for me, for my job. But yeah. So y'all need to have a conversation for sure. And I'll be praying that transition works out well, because it's hard. I don't know why I'm putting brown around the sun, but I am making it look like the jingle bells for some reason. I'll work with it. It's kind of trying to figure out all the colors I want in here. Yeah. A long trip for 3 weeks, every 3 weeks, or every week, every other week. Sorry. It's funny. Yeah, it's gonna. I don't even know. Like, she is probably gonna have to find another hobby or something. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in this. Is I wonder if I should make that a totally different color. This scarf here. I don't know why I made the middle of them gold. I did. I hope I don't regret that. But I just. Oh, that's his arm. I just realized that. Oops. I think I'm gonna make it purple. Yeah. Let me tell you, I thought about it too. The only thing that kept me from doing that is like I don't know. I kept hearing people talk about bed bugs. I don't think I've stayed in a hotel since that whole thing about bed bugs became like was being advertised everywhere. It's like, oh no, it's like that would be my punishment for going to stay in a hotel. Oh, oh my gosh! It just was like, oh. It's like he was invading all my spaces, and then I realized, oh my gosh, while he was at work was my time to like chill and just kind of be in my own zone and move at my own pace. I didn't realize how much it was that until he retired. It would be okay if he moved at the same pace I did or whatever, but he doesn't, and he's like in the way. I'm like, you gotta move, you gotta move. I'm doing things. Sleep, sleep at the fire department. Well, that would be a good time. Go down there. Do you have a spare bag? Yeah, it really was. It really was hard, and I'd heard women talk about it, and actually, some other wives that work at the same place where my husband did were talking about it. What did they call it? I can't remember what they called it. I was like, oh, it's like, oh, but because their work there was very physical, I had always told him, I says, well, when you feel like you don't want to do that anymore, just retire because it's really physical and it's hard on the body. So I would totally understand, but dang. One day he decided and boom, he was home, and I was like, what the heck? I wasn't ready. I was not ready. And plus, it kind of is weird because it's not like, we can pick up and go places because I'm still working. So it's like, and then they made me full time, and I wasn't expecting that. So that made it even more like, it was like more work for me to do. And a lot of the work I do from home. I have to prep stuff at home. So yeah, just a whole lot of craziness all at once. Yep. So I pray that it's a smooth transition and that she readily finds her place, you know, and how to work it. Do you mind my asking, does she still have that boyfriend? Okay, maybe he might keep her busy. Maybe. Just don't bring him home during the day. No. The times that she normally would be working, that wouldn't be. No, that would not. It's like, no. More invasion of space. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I gotta. That's why I'm kind of like trying to block out some of the colors so at least like it won't look so insane to me. Um, which is kind of hard because I don't really know what colors I want everything to be, but I guess we're gonna find out. Because then that'll give me a lead whenever I pick up the book. I don't have to think too hard. I can just go in because with the aviary book, that's really like um because you're always coloring birds. I don't know. It seems to be busier than this page for sure. A lot of the things in that book, but still, you know, I don't know. I think this might be a little better than coloring birds for me because it's the feathers that kept getting me, and then trying to figure out what bird it was, and sometimes I couldn't. So at least I would want to figure out the bird, so at least I'd have a reference point for some of them that I didn't know like how to even begin. I don't know. It was a challenge. This is looking kind of weird, but I think I'm gonna link this. It's a dark part at the bottom. It's like once I start a picture, I get kind of obsessed, and I can't stop. Or I have to keep going until I feel like you know I got enough done in it or something. Hmm. I guess this is going to be the picture for the week. Uh oh. Oh yeah, I pray for you. One more set of smoke to color. Oh boy. Oh no, and she has a short fuse. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look at him praying hard. I forgot what pencils I was actually using in the mythographic aviary. I don't even remember. Oh, you need your quiet cave. Am I gonna make this turquoise? Even though I put purple on the outside. don't know. What are we doing with this? Make it iridescent. That would be a challenge. I don't think I'm ready for that challenge. So I wound up making chicken and biscuits today. And I kind of messed up on the biscuits. I just used Bisquick. I didn't have time for, Actually, I don't do anything where I gotta roll things out and knead or nothing like that. Not until it's gonna give me a good 5 years when am absolutely sure, when I feel certain I have any residue of animal hair out of my house. I mean, no, it's not really out now. I think animal hair like kind of just sticks around in all kinds of places, and like suddenly you get a surprise somewhere. It's like, huh? Um, and I'm always vacuuming and everything, but it doesn't matter. It's like it sticks around for a while. That's another reason why I feel like I don't need to have an animal for a long time. Is that animal hair just gets places you would not expect. Um, so yeah, I don't know making pies from scratch. As far as anything that has to do with dough, nope, I ain't doing. But so I did it with Bisquick, but I made a mistake and I gotta stop doing it. And I don't know if there's something wrong with my lemon juice, maybe. But I was trying to make the milk sour, like to make kind of like buttermilk. And I did that with my pancakes recently too. And I didn't use a lot of lemon juice. And now the biscuits have that taste from the lemon juice like it had in the pancakes I had made for myself. And I'm like, that's weird. Um, Other than that, it turned out good. I may make some mashed potatoes or something to eat with it instead. Or I might turn my portion of it whenever I make it for myself, whenever I, ladle out some of it. I may thin it out with some broth and put some noodles in it and just eat it as soup. Better for me anyway. Okay, where's this other arm? I always thought I was adopted. I was like, I don't look like anybody else in here. Until I saw my dad's side of the family, and that's when I was like, oh, that's who I look like. Because I look like a lot like his side of the family. And my brother and sister look more like my mother's side of the family. Yeah, and if you're retired, you can only shop so much. So she really is going to need another pastime. Okay. Take care. So I was looking at some old links, websites and stuff that kind of, I don't know what to say, have been at or whatever, belong to like for years, like actually in a password manager. Um, and I noticed this one called Ravelry, and I have to double check that site and see what's up with it. But if you do anything like crocheting or anything like that, you might already know about this site. But I used to go there for knitting patterns because I got on this kick that I wanted to knit mittens and like those little kind of um, grown up booties, and they had a lot of patterns there. I'm gonna have to check out if they're still around. That was a nice site to just get patterns and download them. A lot of them you didn't even have to pay for at the time. Kind of wish I had time to knit. And really, uh, when we had animals, I think I actually used to sit more and like sit at the TV or whatever because they always want to cuddle or whatever, or they just wanted me around. And so the best place for them to be around me wasn't up here; it was, downstairs where the TV was, or outside. And so I would knit and keep the yarn away from them because otherwise their eyes get huge and they're like, playtime. Cats were actually the reason I stopped sewing too. Well, just one reason, because when my first cat I had laid out a pattern, the fabric, and the pattern on top of the fabric. Went to the bathroom. I come back out. He's laying on it all, like, "Oh, you got my bed ready. This is a new place. This is cool." Like, no, that's not what this is for. And please don't let your claws go into the pattern paper. Thank you. The cat was too funny. When I would dig outside, um, like kind of raking up the dirt and stuff to get it ready. Both that cat and the dog thought I was getting the spot ready for them. I was like, no. The dog thought I was getting it ready so she could lie in it because that's what she liked doing. She had a lot of hair, so if it was hot, that was how she cooled off. And then the cat was like, "Oh, I'm gonna poop here." I was like, "Please don't." Only one of them would do that. They're all different. I do miss them. I really do. There's a time and a season for everything. Hmm. What else? What else? Kind of wish I could make this darker purple like that, but I'm not sure that I can do that. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I have so much on this already. I might not be able to push it to that spot. I may have too many layers for me to go there. So I kind of feel like I need to leave well enough alone. I guess we're going to do this purple. It really was fun though, having all those cats and dogs around. It was a lot of fun. It definitely kept me laughing with the stuff they did. The one, my sister-in-law's dogs would always come over, and he would come over if it was going to thunder and lightning. If there was a thunderstorm and they weren't home, he would come over here and stay. And then I had two dogs I had to watch that were both scared of thunderstorms. That was a trip. That was too much. Oh my gosh. Taking care of two nervous dogs who are big, 50 and, I don't know, 50 and, was she like 75, 60, 75 pounds? I didn't know how much hair she had on her, the other one. That was a lot. And then that one, my sister-in-law's dog, would also just come over just to hang out, and he would come right up the stairs. If I wasn't downstairs, he would come right up the stairs and sit underneath my desk. And a couple times he just came and did that, and I wasn't even here. He just came and laid underneath my desk, waiting for me. It was sweet soul. He was like I don't know, sometimes we'd call him a dingo because he kind of had I don't know, he was like a light brown. He looked like he was German Shepherd mixed, but he was mixed with something else because he was like a dark tan color. Big brown eyes. That's why I say I had like a dog and like 4 halves. Because any dog they got at my sister-in-law's house would be over here too. Some of them more than others. So it was like they had 2 houses. Hey, TaylorMade. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to stay out the riffraff. Actually, I just wasn't interested. I'm not interested in anything going on over there. It's boring to me. I just can't. So I go over there for my faves and we'll hang out and cut up a little bit, but Foxy Colorist has me coloring in this book, so I'm like, I need to finish this. And I know I'm probably not going the right direction for this, but I don't feel like turning my book around. So I'm just going to make it work. Or it won't work and I'll just cry later that I didn't do what I knew I should have done. I think this is... Let me see how much of this is what. It's really hard to see. What's going on in there? Oops, I hope it wasn't blurry the whole time. What time is it? 7:05. I'm thinking this is... think one reason why I kind of put that turquoise in this, I could call him a joker because he is a joker, right? He's a jester. So the reason why I made him turquoise, but and I wanted it to be green, but I kind of made it more turquoise with some green, is because these leaves everywhere. I don't know what color I'm gonna make them. I might make them like kind of gold or something. But if I made them green, I didn't want to have it be like green hat, green leaves. Oops, that's not correct. Is it? Like, what do I want? What did I just use? I don't know. So the weather today, they said it was I didn't check to see officially what it was, but they said it was like a low in the low 30s and high in the low 50s. I was like, uh-oh, getting real around here. Must be why I dreamed about snow. It was nice and sunny today. Let's get that. Make this darker. Can you make it darker? I said I wasn't going to buy any more books, and I bought 2 coloring books. So they're going to be coming. One I got so I could participate in Jamie's life. I think it's an ongoing coloring challenge, coloring dogs. And then it also is a mandala book combined. So I got it for both of those challenges to give me a different kind of mandala to color, and also so I could color dogs. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Not the challenges, what I just did here. Then I ordered a Camellia Derico book, the mermaid one, which I thought was one that didn't have, like really, crazy images in it. Well, the ones that, they disturb me. But it does have some of those in there. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with that. Kinda, I don't know. But sometimes it's good to color something different. That's what I'm doing with those Jasmine Beckett Griffith books. Yeah, I wish they had a nice pale lilac, but they don't. I guess purple must be something up with like trying to find purple pigment, I guess. I don't know. Or with making it. Which is something I kind of thought about, like with oil painting. Like if I were to go back to oil painting, um, it seems like I don't know. There's like a whole thing going on with it because of you know um, the toxicity, I guess, of some pigments or something. Some discussion about it, but that artists are having, and like I've seen like a whole line of um, oil paints that are supposed to be, I don't know what they're called, not non-toxic or I don't know what it is, but yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Too many things changing. Only thing I've been keeping up with is a change in technology, not for in life. I haven't really been keeping up on too much on what's changing with oil painting. Oops. I don't really want to. Oops. Oops. Yeah, on Amazon, I saw that 150 set of polychromos pencils. I was like, ooh. It was 150 or 100? 100 for 150 bucks. So yeah, that makes sense to me now. Didn't before. Okay, let's see. So we did that. We did that. What color should I make this Joker? Hmm. And what else do I want in his? I would like to put some of these pencils away. Get some order on the desk. I think I need to rearrange my books for what I'm coloring because it seems to have changed. And I want my books to be accessible and the ones I'm not using to be away. So we got some reorganization happening. I want to vote tomorrow when I come home from work. I have a meeting and an appointment. Like, how far away is it anyway? Like at least 45 minutes away on Tuesday. This is gonna be a busy day. And my head's gonna be full. Let's see. Okay, next week is when I go to the orthodontist. So we get to check the progress on my teeth, and I know they have moved. So we'll see how many rubber bands they got me hooked up with next time, the next round. It's amazing. I ate a breakfast this morning. I ate breakfast this morning. First of all, I ate breakfast this morning. Then I ate a breakfast that was like it was a breakfast I would have eaten before braces, and it was pretty too. I almost took a picture of it, but then I said, "No, don't do that." I fried ham and because I like ham to be I don't know any ham anything but bacon like ham and hot dogs I like them burnt ham hot dogs and bologna I like them kind of burnt um or at least like kind of browned. So I fried a piece of ham. I had kind of ripped it up a little bit so it was like a um the edges kind of the bottom of the frying pan in the middle. Then after I like it fried both sides of the ham, I put in like just a little handful of the kale and spinach, and I put that in the pan. And I put a little water in there just to glaze the stuff from the ham off of there. And then put the lid on to let it steam a little bit because kale can be hard. And then I cracked an egg on top of the kale and spinach and ham because it kind of all in there. And put a little water in there, put the lid on so it would kind of cook a little bit. And I like my yolk to be like to break because that's pretty. So um and then for the first time in a year I had an English muffin with it. It was cool because it came out the egg and everything. It all came out on the spatula all together. So when I put it on the plate, it was just so pretty. The ham, with the reddish, whatever, brown, pinkish brown, and then the green, like the kale was like a nice bright green, and then the egg, and then I cut the egg in half, and then the yellow oozes out. I'm weird, I know. And so it was just so pretty. I almost took a picture of it, but it tasted really good. I was like, yes. It's like eating like I used to. So yeah, we definitely are hitting a milestone with food, getting back to normal. So now the only thing I need is to be able to chew on the left side of my mouth, and to do that, I need my tooth, which I'm prepped for. I've already had the graft and everything, the bone graft and all that, and ready for the screw to put in there. But I had to have the orthodontia done first. So, been saving money for my tooth because really, I really I can't go without it because where it is, it's like I don't know, is it a molar? I don't know, whatever it is, it's right where like you gotta chew. There's like no way out of it, so I really can't chew on that side. Um, okay, what is this? Is this his body? What is over here? And I wonder. Hmm, let's see this. Just realized that it's really hard to tell where his body is. This is like a puzzle. Guess we're going gold. I guess. I guess. I guess. Okay. So all this wood stuff. Why is he coming out the wood? Oh, he's called the Fool. I just noticed that. It's on the bottom of the page. It says the Fool. Okay. I thought I was being bad calling him the Joker. They called him the Fool. So where are we thinking mushrooms? What other colors? I don't know. Hmm. Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking with that thought in my head, the next step could make or break this. And I shouldn't think so seriously about it. It's only a coloring page. But if I base things in like light yellow, that would be easy to like change into anything. I could change to brown, change this to brown, brown, orange. I won't do green. Hmm, I don't think I want gray. That would be kind of boring. I'm gonna go. I don't know. I could just step away. I could do. Well, you know what? Hmm. Coral for a background color. Hmm. I'm gonna look at that Yours site. See what they. Hmm, see if I can rig up a palette. No, 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 not that. Not that. Not that. I don't want you to. Search what colors. Okay. Oh, let's do this. Violet. I wish I could show this while I was doing it, but I don't know how to do that. Um, Violet, and I have turquoise and yellow. So then what happens? I've never done this before. It says tag, add tag. How do I, what do I do with this? I just typed in the colors I have and I don't know what, is this going to show me the palette? I hope. Where's the, okay. This is the site I'm at. Where am I to read this? Where am I? Oh, it's upside down. I'm at this website and it's going really slow. Coolors, what does it say? Coolors.co. That's what it is. Coolors.co. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. I put in like the colors that I have. Oh, and then I'm going to see, I'm going to test out other colors with it. Ooh, excuse me. If this will load. We can try to do stuff at once. Can I stop that? Oh, brother. There we go. Okay. Now will you load? Please load and keep my colors. Don't make me put them. No palettes found. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, so am I gonna have to do this? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I had to take out yellow, put in just violet and turquoise. So it's searching for palettes for me. Well, there's a palette right there that has turquoise, purple, and yellow. How can you tell me there isn't a? Okay, so you gotta. Hmm, I could do other shades of purple. That's one it's showing me. Uh, I'm gonna name this. Name this Joker 1. I'm going to name each one as possible. So Joker 1, Joker 2. I wish I could share the screen with you so you could see what I'm doing, but I don't know how to do that. Someday I'll figure it out. What's another one that has... It's kind of close. A light pink. It has like a light pink and like a sea green. So lighter than this. But you know what? Did I don't... What is this color? Light aqua. Do I have like a real sea green? That would be interesting, maybe, to use sea green. Sea green and gold. Let's save this one to Joker 3. I'm going to put magenta in there. Kind of thinking coral. I don't know if this is really coral. It's more pink. You ever seen... Let me not say that. That doesn't sound right. I don't know where my mind is. I could do those in color. I may pick something. I don't know if this is a real coral, though, this color. What's this one? Blush pink. Pink. Okay, we gotta dig into the... See, I got too many pencil cases on here. Something's gotta change. Wait a minute, what did I say? I have 120 in... You know what? I didn't even realize I had it. I need help. I really do. I have the 120 set of the polychromos. Like, really? My brain is so screwed up. What can I say? I don't need another one. I got it. Brother. Okay. So that's a coral. I like this. I want this in here. Sea green. And what else? I'm actually planning colors, you believe it? But I kind of do that at this point anyway, after I have something there. Do I need like a magenta? Maybe just a hint? What do you want? Orange. What are these things too? What are they? Is that supposed to be rain? Tree sap? What is it? What time is it? 7:30? We're going in. Okay, I'm committing. So I kind of just use that Color site to see colors because it kind of helps me put things in perspective. I don't necessarily do a palette that it generates or even that I generate. I just kind of try to use it to kind of like get my brain thinking outside of the box or something. I suppose I could go totally monotone or whatever you call it with this, but I don't really want to do that. I guess. Doesn't seem like it because I'm doing this. So, I feel like I need to have at least 4 colors. So, maybe no more than that. More than likely, no more than that. Hey, Dad. How you doing? And if I really don't like it, I can always turn it purple. So, turn it some shade of purple. That's what I figure. That'll be my workaround. Is that a toadstool? Is that what that is? I'm gonna assume. So I'm gonna have to check and see. That's good. Good to hear. Got started coloring this page on Foxy Colors channel, and I couldn't stop. Once they started, I couldn't stop. It's like I need to do more. I can't stop. I did like all my work and stuff, and got dinner ready early. Ate dinner. Did a whole lot of work before going live, so I could just kind of chill for the rest of the afternoon. So I think this might be the last thing I add to this, so then I can kind of take a step back and assess. Because I figured this move is like putting in another color, while it's kind of decisive, but it's not so decisive that I can't come back from it if I hate it. Because I can turn this to purple if I wanted to, and it might be kind of interesting turning it to purple. That might make it a kind of. I'm gonna make this that color too, just because I like this color. What is this color? And with glasses, I can't see that gold on that. What's it say? Lox? Oh, salmon. Oh, lox! Like lox and cream cheese. Is that how it's spelled? Really? I always thought it was LOX. Actually, that sounds kind of good. Lox and cream cheese. Yeah, that actually sounds kind of good. I did not go to Walmart today. Like I said, I was thinking I would, like, get up early, go to Walmart. I didn't. I kind of thought about it. I was like, is there really anything I need? No, I can live without it. I can live without it till tomorrow. I keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. But there really isn't anything I desperately need. But you know what's funny? I dreamed about broccoli. Who dreams about broccoli? I dreamed about snow and I dreamed about broccoli. I really want broccoli. I really do. That's one thing that, like, I don't know, that'll be a definitive moment when I can comfortably eat broccoli and not have to, like, cook it to death. Although I like to cook broccoli a little bit more than other green vegetables because if you don't, I don't know, there's something about it. If I don't cook it enough, it kind of upsets my stomach. Whatever acid or some kind of compound or something that's in it. But still, I like it to be a pretty green still when I'm eating it. But that pretty green kind of is a little tough for my brackets. And I don't want to be breaking no brackets at this point. Plus, it's kind of ugly to clean out the teeth. Kind of difficult. The little trees, the top of the trees. Do you? I wish I did. I don't. Actually, one way I like it actually is kind of marinated, and that way it stays green, but it's also soft. But that takes a little time to marinate it, and I have to have it with something that I actually like it marinated with. I don't know. Uh, I'm still kind of timid on the broccoli part, and really timid on the Brussels sprouts part, which is kind of sad because now I love pan roasted um, Brussels sprouts. I think I'd have to really flake them out to do that. I have to take off all the, dismantle all the layers so I'd be able to chew it. And that sounds labor intensive. These polychromos pencils are the bomb. They really are. No schmear. Speaking of lox and cream cheese. Then you want the schmear. You don't want the schmear with colored pencils. Different schmear and smear are different. I know that, but I'm just being silly. It does have me thinking about lox and cream cheese, though. I like when they have it mixed together so that it's not like the meat, like the salmon slab, because I'm not that fond of salmon. Or, but I don't know. Something about it being like creamed up or whatever just tastes better than me. Weird with salmon. I like salmon patties, but I don't like salmon like the slab of salmon. Possibly could handle it in sushi, sliced really thin. Maybe, maybe not. I'm weird with salmon. This bag, I don't know how I feel about the bag. It was fun coloring the bag. I don't know how I feel about the bag. I feel about putting some of this on the sun. Just seems like it wants something. Or maybe it doesn't. I just screwed up. I kind of like that. Okay. Any other mushrooms while we're at it? Oh, yep. Just gonna give them the same profile. Start them off with the same color. What is that? I can't tell what that is. What is it? Is that a mushroom and it's just upside down? I think it is. I don't know. It might darken these to make them a little more orange, maybe. I don't know. Gotta think about the background. Oh, there's another mushroom. I think I need to sharpen this pencil. And I haven't tried I haven't done very much at all with the light fast pencils that I got. So it's something else I may want to try in this book to see how they work. Maybe layer over these pink things, these salmon things with that and see what happens. Hmm. And what if, oh, I'm gonna do it, doing it, too late. Base some of this color and go over it with brown and see what happens. That's what I'm gonna do. I just like, I don't know. And that's one reason that I like oil painting is like the mixing of the colors. It's just like really, I don't know, it does something to me. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Kind of makes sense since the mushrooms are coming from the wood, right? So we're gonna play with that. Guess we're committing to the salmon. That will help me block out my colors. And I sure am talking a lot for somebody who said they were coming on to color and they weren't going to talk. Oh, I'm going to do this one next, just because, and we'll deal with what we really want them to be next round. But this will help me have my colors blocked out and make looking at this a little less frustrating. I'm using pencils that I know can handle layering, and I think that's part of why I feel so free to do this. It makes a whole lot of difference. Thank you, Bubbles and Coloring View. And I believe it's Ivy Pearl who told me, why do you keep coloring with pencils you don't like? She wrote me that comment. He or she, I assume she. I was like, you know what, you're right. You're really right. And I know you're right. Um, kind of. Um, I only started using them maybe I've only been using them maybe for a month and I haven't been using them every day or regularly, so this actually might be the first page where I have used them like on the whole page really. Yeah. So I don't know what I've been because I've been coloring a lot of those PDFs I did of the autumn things, and I haven't been. Just been using what have I been? I've been using the Derwent Chroma Flows on those because I don't really like those that much. I don't really like those that much. So, or they just seem like they seem more like a utility pencil to me, more so than the Prismacolors and the Polychromos do. Um, but I had some open stock of these and a couple open stock Holbeins because I wanted to see what they were like. And I had a couple open stock of the Caran Dash Luminance, which I didn't like, but then I didn't realize that Pablo's were the soft pencil. I mean, I didn't even know what a Pablo was. I didn't know it was a pencil by Caran Dash, even though I would hear Bubbles talk about them. And then when I finally listened to her for real one time and knew what she was talking about, um, I decided to, and I found out that that was the soft set between the two. I thought, oh, and I watched a couple videos. I was like, oh. So I bought a small set of the Caran Dash Pablos too, which I do like, but it, yeah, I don't know, like, I don't feel like I'm there yet where I would use them every day, and I just use them. I use the Pablos in my mythographic aviary to go over some of the colors that I already had laid down with other pencils to just kind of make them, the outlines and certain things about them pop a little bit more, which like they were excellent at doing despite how many layers of pencil was already down there on those pages. So um, in my future to learn how to better use them, but for now that's how I'm going to use those. But now these, as just a little bit that I have used them over like the past, I don't know, month, 2 months, um, definitely like go-to pencil. It's now my go-to pencil will be when I'm, especially when I'm coloring in books like this. So now I understand. It takes a while though, and it depends on the paper. Because like I did that, the snake page in the Kaleidomorphia, I think it is. I used Prismacolors on that on purpose because Bubble Studio had said that Prismacolors work well in Kirby books, and because I had first used attempted to use Prismacolors in a Hannah Carlson book and like had a total disaster. I was freaked out by them. I hadn't used them again really, and then I when Bubbles said that they work well, Prismacolors work well in Kirby books, that's when I decided to do that snake page in the Prismacolors, and I saw what she meant, and I was feeling what she meant, and then I was like, oh, and then I got more of that connection of pencil and paper. The paper that you use matters. You know what pencil you use on the on what paper, like paying attention to that because I started this with Prismacolors, and I was like, "Oh no, 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 no!" So, I mean, I could have tested it out, but like, silly me. But now I know. Don't know. I mean, I do. I am kind of using the Prismacolors on here a little bit, but I'm kind of using them combined with these because this is kind of like the harder pencil. So yeah, they flipped me out because they just flaked. I used them in the Hannah Carlson book, and it just turned into like a total smear fest that terrified me. I was like, oh my gosh, is this what these pencils do? And I didn't touch them for like, I don't know, might have been almost a year. But you need another pencil that will control them and keep them in line. That's what I discovered, or that's how it works for me, it seems. That's how I've been using them. Except for like in the Kirby book, I don't know. Did I use another? I don't think I even used another pencil on that snake page. I used just the Prismacolors, and it worked out good on that page. and on that paper. So, hmm, probably depends what you're doing, how much fine outlining you need, or whatever. Because I think if I needed fine outlines on something and I was using Prismacolors, I probably would use these, or I would use the Caran d'Ache pencils, or try out some, using some of my other pencils, using the colors to kind of keep it in line. Or even, it might be nice to experiment and use a Crayola with the Prismacolors and see what they do, because Crayolas are really hard. So, um, that's been my eye-opening experience the past month. And I think it's definitely making a difference in how I color. Knowing that and understanding that and having them. And the Derwents too, they're not bad, but they're, I don't know what it is about them. And then too, because I don't feel like they have that kind of optimum blendability or something. It seems like um, they are. I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. It's like they need to be used in conjunction with another pencil, I guess. And I wonder if I did. It's possible that I used those in conjunction with Prismacolors on that snake page. That might have been what I did, because those have been on my desk for a long time, and I only just took them off my desk this week. So, so to me, those do seem to be the ChromaFlows for me. They seem like a pencil that has to be used in conjunction with something else also, because you kind of, I don't know how to explain what they are. They don't seem to be like these, where it's like a kind of an all around pencil. No, I have the Chroma Flows. Yeah, I have the Chroma Flows. And at this point, if somebody asked me Prismacolors or Derwent Chroma Flows, I definitely would say Prismacolors. Okay, you heard that out of my mouth. Surprise. But just because, I don't know, Prismacolors I see now, they have a very specific quality to them. That, yeah, they can make a mess on some things, but you can control that mess in conjunction with another pencil. Whereas Derwents are kind of like, I don't know. To me, they're almost like, I don't know. I don't want to dog them out. Let me stop. I'll try using them again with something else, and I may find that, yeah, okay, they work good with this. So, oh my dog out pencils. So I'm gonna try the Derwent Lightfast pencils. They definitely do something. I'm gonna. I think I may try them in this book and see what happens. Unless I hear something that Bubbles says, no, you don't want to do that, then I won't do it. Whatever Bubbles says goes. You hear that, Bubbles? Because they know you know. She knows her stuff. So, but I may try them in here because I haven't really used them yet since I purchased some other colors open stock. Um, because it's like, it doesn't, those light fast pencils don't seem like an everyday pencil to me either, but there's something very specific that they do that, um, I think is probably useful. And so I want to play around with them to see what that thing is. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to use them on this bark. Okay, let me sit back. So I feel like I can kind of look at this now. Yeah. Um, they seem like they're kind of soft or a soft pencil, but yeah, they're supposed to be like, like the air and they won't oxidize or whatever. Um, and they have levels to them, to their light fastness. Some are labeled 1 and some are labeled 2, and I don't even know I don't know what other numbers there are. But it seems to be dependent on the color, the pigment, how much what level light fastness they have. Which I wasn't really concerned, like, it's not like I'm trying to archive my pages or anything, but I'm looking for like how they work on the paper and what they allow me to do. So, and I saw that, you know what? I may have used one of those, one or two, maybe even 3 of those actually, because I think I used that ochre, the brown ochre, in on that Kirby Snake page, and that was when I think I was seeing. It's like, oh, these things do something, and that's what made me put some in my cart at Blick and say, okay, let me pick out some colors that I think would be what I would want to do with the same thing I'm doing on the snake page, and then I bought them. So, and like none of their sets, well, because of the price, I don't really want to set because I had a set of 12, right? And so any other set I get, I'm still going to get those 12. And I didn't find I was using all of those 12 that much. There were just a particular ones out of that 12 that I kept going to. The ochre, the brown ochre, and the scarlet, and another color. And the rest of them I hadn't even really touched. So I thought if you buy if you buy 6 or 6 of them, minimum 6 of those pencils, you get them at the same price you would get them at per pencil as if you had bought like one of the sets. So it's like $2.99 a pencil or something like that, which is how much you would get, how much the pencils would be per pencil when you buy any of those sets. So yeah, so I decided, well, any of these I decide I want, and as I use them, if I really feel like that, this is like doing it for me, I'll just keep buying them up in stock and buy them like 6 or 12 at a time or whatever. Um, so, and look for their sales whenever they have a sale where I can get even more off, so I can get an even better price on them. So I think I'm going to end this here. I'm going to keep these pencils out. I'm going to keep them something special. I need another rubber band. I need another. Let's put them in this. I don't know if they'll fit in that glass case. I have a divider. I do kind of have a divider here. And this is kind of what I'm doing with my open pencils. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, see, I like having pencils you can get open stock. That really is, I think that's really beneficial. So they may have cheated me out of hot cocoa, but they're giving me a place to put my pencils, my markers. So these are the ones that I've been working in these pencils are the ones I was working in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book on. And then I actually have these little bookmarkers in here. And so on the other side of the bookmark and the other side of the markers, I got the ones that I'm working in this book with. So I'm hoping that'll keep them separate and keep them off my desk. So thanks for hanging out with me while I finish up this page. Wow, 1 hour 40 minutes, almost 2 hours. I feel like I got in a place where like I can come back to this and resume and not be sitting looking at it like where do I go from here? And that's kind of where I wanted to be with it. So, and I swear I feel like I'm coloring like Bubbles Studio now. She's rubbed off on me. I think I've seen her do this kind of thing before. So anyway, so thanks for hanging out with me again, and have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.